Muy buenas a todos, estamos en un nuevo vídeo de Bioshock Infinite Panteón Marino Episodio 2. Joder. Por eso lo convierto, porque eso ya es aliado para siempre jamás de los jamases. Vale, ¿cómo es que no he llegado a esta zona? No lo sé. Cagada. Ahora aquí no hay enemigos, pues vale. Me sigo preguntando cómo se llega a esto. O sea, las puertas estas están cerradas. El robotrín este es amigo. Me da como que bastante mal rollo esto. Se me había quedado pillado. Y subir aquí de qué me sirve, no tengo ni idea. Estos son ejemplos de Big Daddy.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration.
Big Daddy.
It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables.
Constantes y variables. No se abre. Aquí se supone que había que animales. De primeras te piensas animales. Pero conociendo cómo son estos juegos no me extrañaría nada que fueran personas. O con el racismo que había aquí en este mundo, Colombia, no me extrañaría que fueran negros los que hubiese ahí dentro. No me extrañaría nada. Que ese es un mono. Y tanto.
What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Los Big Daddies, sí, esas cosas.
You wanted him to imprint on
Ajá.
me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
Qué grande esto, joder. A ver si se va por ahí, vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. Nada, porque no se abre la puerta ni para atrás. Me parece muy cerdo eso de... Vas a tirar solo por este camino porque el resto te voy a cerrar todas las puertas. Jaja. Se va por ahí, pero... Ni idea esto para qué es. ¿Explicación, Elizabeth, o algo? ¿No? Vamos a ver. No, no hay explicación. Vale. Botiquín, pero botiquín tengo el tope.
What's that?
It's a skeletal formula for
Oxitocina.
oxytocin. That's the chemical that bonds mothers to children, women to men, and
Songbirds to little girls?
apparently not. Fink dismissed it as an unsuitable vector.
O sea, que no es algo... Hostia. Hostia.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so he left them to die.
Son perros. Joder. Joder. Lote número 379. Fallo. Fallo, todos fallos. Joder.
Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there. It must be a prototype or something.
Is it human?
Does it matter?
Coño. Joder. Pero la verdad es que está muy chulo esto. Hipnoterapia.
Tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect.
Es que no salió bien, vale. Pues ahora vamos por aquí. Qué mal rollaco. Ahora susto. Zombie imprinting on subject.
Booker, the little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember. He'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there.
O sea que le salvó la vida.
Moaning. I couldn't just...
The line with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape.
Engañada, engañada. Finish.
Exploited, exploiting. Me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round.
Ya de repente hay luz. Efectos personales, muestra de cabello. Es una muestra de cabello de ella, de Elizabeth.
Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair?
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
Bueno, pues ahora tenemos que... Uf.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out.
Joder. A matarse entre vosotros, anda.
What's going on?
I got your back. You're gonna die.
Panium. Panium.
You and me against the world.
Let somebody else look for him. Who's there?
Who's there?
You, come out of there.
They're gonna have to go through me first. Who's out there?
Can I find you? Little piggy! Death to the pigs! You're not going anywhere!
Gonna hunt.
Oh, mierda. Oh, mierda.
Here I come.
Creo que eso lo queda ese. Está sobando ahí ricamente.
Don't think you can hide from me.
Uf.
Come back here. Chasing my own shit.
Hablando perfil. Todos dormiditos. Y se sale por aquí. Genial.
It has occurred to me that this breakthrough regarding the songbird casts my arrangement with the Oriental Doctor in a new light. What more could be gained by this continued partnership? What secrets that I could not answer for myself? Su Chong can only offer table scraps, and Jeremiah Fink has richer meat in mind.
What you got there? Dunno. Just grabbing anything that looks halfway there. Over here! Sing a leg!
Since when did you become Lord and Master?
La verdad que hemos... Coño, qué susto me ha dado la máquina esta. Qué susto me ha dado, joder. No, eso está... A ver, ajá. Ganzúas no, porque tengo muchísimas ahora mismo. Esto por un lado. Y sales por otro. Ganzúa por aquí. Vale, seguimos volviendo a la base y al dirigible. Y de allí de vuelta a Rapture y no sé qué pasará.
Daisy really even had a choice.
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never She chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? You.
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started.
Guardando perfil.
All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
No, don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge? To prove a point?
And yet, here you are, settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past there
Oh,
damage to the young.
Ooh.
Isn't it too late for me?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Just as coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
El handyman este. Vale, esto es la batalla. Vale, sí. La batalla que tuvo Booker con todos... Mola. Oh, se la acaba de... No.
Pretty lady has the hair.
Sí, yo tengo el...
Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Dale a Sushon. Jaja, jaja. Saltar. Saltar. Yo matar como no hables tú. Dios mío. Tú tenés esa... Tú muy divertida. Jaja, jaja. Vas juju. Jaja, jaja. Dios mío, sí.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then business is
Es terminado.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
¿Y ahora qué va a pasar?
Suchong. Suchong, we had a deal. Now open.
Ryan.
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited?
Ladrón.
A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Li Chong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You served those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. He'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me or
Trabaja para
die.
mí o muere junto al...
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
Ajá. F...
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them.
Pues ya me dirás
I
cómo.
gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one.
Pues el sitio este para esconderme no está mal.
I'm scared.
They'll
Tengo
underestimate
miedo,
you,
Booker.
People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for Rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements, and Orion does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you.
Ajá. Pues si no puedes salvar a la
Come on.
niña.
You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite.
Solo eres una paleta.
And Orion has no time for rules.
What else you need to know? What's going on? Your number?
¿No muere o qué? Pero tío. A ver, joder, me está rayando ahora mismo esto. Maldito.
I'm on your side. I see her.
Panium, panium.
For this hide and seek.
I know they
Think better
expected
of
you.
crossing the two of us. Stupid jerk. Should have never stuck his neck out.
Here on that.
Time's up, you goddamn twist.
Oh, oh. Vale.
What was that?
O no, vale.
Don't make me hunt you down like an animal.
This one's the one you count. Not all easy targets, you get me?
Where is she? Lady, you're working my last nerve.
It's down for the count. We're not all easy targets, you
Pero
get me?
¿cuántos guardias tiene?
Don't think you can hide.
Ya está, ¿no? Dime que ya está.
I beat your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling. It would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on the lunar ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank
Frank
Fontaine's
Font-
office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
Comer sopa y guardando perfil, ¿vale? Ve a la oficina de Fontaine. Bueno, joder. Joder, lo vamos a dejar aquí. Y continuamos en el siguiente vídeo. A ver qué ocurre. Hasta ahora.